Here we are. I just made a quick stop, and here's just scoot over a little bit to him. And this is Omar, correct?
Yes,
Omar, and what was your name? Nick. Thank you, Nick. Omar and Nick. And I've gotten Nick on video before. I fed Nick before, and he was spreading the word for the Fat Angel and giving me and letting these folks know that someone is out here helping. So I appreciate that, really. God bless. Omar actually works right here. I'm not going to say where you work. That's not important, but he works right where I just found him, sitting down and chilling with Nick. Omar, how old are you?
I'm 36.
36. And where are you originally from?
Jamaica.
Okay, you're the first international person that I bumped into, if you can imagine that. Everybody else from the States. Where in Jamaica? Kingston, the capital.
Yeah.
Okay, jobless. How long you been in Florida?
About 4 years.
And how long have you been on the streets?
I would say about 3.5.
3.5 years. Long time since while you're here.
Yeah.
And always while you've been in Florida?
Yeah.
And you've been able to stay safe, maintain?
Yeah, I've been safe.
Okay.
Yeah, all these guys, they've been pretty good to me.
And you're part of a camp. Nick had mentioned that you're part of his camp, a camp that he's in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. And this is to let folks even know. Nick, I remember Nick's story. He had a roommate situation, got fucked over with that, and was on the streets. I think that's very common. Omar works a job. He's working and still having problems out there, which is very legit. So it goes to show you, I mean, I just want people to know, man, it's all sorts. I bumped into all sorts of folks with all different situations for why they're at where they're at. At the end of the day, if you're on the street, there's a good chance you might be hungry, and that's why I'm out here doing what I'm doing. I bless these folks with some food. Omar, just to give you a platform, is there anything that you might want to say, whether it's about your situation, coronavirus, whatever? What's on your mind?
Just to keep it brief, I think it's I know this says pandemic, but just to keep faith in God, keep faith in family, stay close to your family, do the right thing, and try to share as much as you can. Like what you're doing, as out here, you come on the streets, you're trying to help people out, and just keep it, keep it safe with everybody, and keep it good, keep it hard,
Right. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's what we're trying to do. And I always ask these folks, "Are you safe?" When I bump into some of the women, I ask if they're safe. Some people in the camp, some people doing it on their own, or maybe in smaller groups. So, but that's a big part of this too, is safety. We live in homes. Homes are not just domiciles. They're called shelter for a reason. Look up the definition of shelter. Why do we call a home shelter? It's protection from the elements, from harm, from those that anyone that wants to do us harm. So it's funny how we use the term shelter for that thing. That's why there's a roof over your head. That's why that's even a cliche. He has a roof over his head. Think about it. You know what I mean? So it's more than just about having a place for your TV and your lamp and your couch.
One thing, even though I've seen people here, they sit here and they don't have no place to go. Thank God we have a place to go, and it's in the woods, but it's still a place to rest and it's safe. Not a time we safe.
Yeah, that seems to be common.
Yeah, of course,
That folks that duck out, they find the woods to duck out in.
We have good people like you that try to help us, community out, help us out.
Absolutely.
So that's a blessing.
And I'm trying to give a word. What I'm learning is I'm getting a lot of feedback. And Brevard County doesn't do a whole lot for folks in these predicaments. Only the churches. And outside of that, it's just, there's not much more going on. And I think there's some things that could be done. I have some interesting viewpoints on what I personally think. And so what I'm hoping for is by giving y'all a voice, I then can take this voice to somebody, or somebody who watches this, I'm hoping as well, and says, you know what? Let's get these folks to the table. Let's see what we can do. The county's going to only continue to grow and get bigger. This problem is not going to get smaller. And it's not only, listen, even if it's for a selfish purpose, it's not just about helping folks. It's also, if you want to keep homeless people off your streets to keep your city so it doesn't look like it has this problem, you may want to invest in it so it doesn't look like you have this problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a selfish way,
If I was doing better, I invest in whatever to help the community out. I've been helping out the churches. Me and Nick, we go to the churches and
right.
Out,
Excellent.
We do street shower thing on Saturdays. It's
I heard about that. What is that? Is that the Mosaic Church?
Yeah,
Someone told me about that. I tell the people in Melbourne, if you can find your way up there, I think he's the only guy offering a service like that. You want to shout that out, so and then I can look it up, or who's offering that?
Mosaic Church on Port Malabar. You can catch the 27 bus, goes right through there.
Okay. And what does he offer specifically? What's the deal?
You get a lunch. You get a change of clothing. You can take a shower, and he's he sits there, talk to you, whatever help he gives you.
I got to reach out to this gentleman.
Yeah, Pastor. His name is Pastor John. He's on Facebook.
Okay.
It's John C. Adams.
Okay, I'll find it even through Mosaic Church. Sure, I'll find him.
Yeah, you find him. And,
Yeah.
He's trying to help out the community, even with this whole thing going on.
Yeah, because if the more people that he gets to come to the showers, the guy who supplies the shower will get him a bigger trailer, so then he can put 2 trailers out and have street side showers in more areas.
Right. So
It's
yeah,
about getting more people to come out to those showers.
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like having a one of these kind of restaurants. A lot of people go in them, you open another one somewhere else, and if a lot of people go in that one, you open up another one somewhere else. So yeah, it works the same way. If by chance you guys see this gentleman, mention what I'm doing and that I'd like to get in touch with him, and say that you got somebody out here that's feeding people, doing what I'm doing, and it ain't just a one-time thing like, oh, I just happen to have some extra, whatever. I've been out here doing this and trying to bring some light, so maybe I can connect with him in some way. But if you guys happen to see him, drop my name, please. My name is Josh, as you know, and he knows the Fat Angel thing, whatever. But I appreciate y'all's time, man, and thank you, and glad I can give you some stuff.
God bless you for that.
Yeah, man, thank you. You'll see me again. All right.